Our next story is from Africa, from Niger in the west. A military coup took place in Niger last year, and a lot has changed in the country since then. The biggest change is Niger's choice of security partners. The country is a hotbed for terrorist insurgencies. Niger's military has been fighting terrorists since 2015, and until last year, the West was helping them. France, Germany, and the US, all of these countries had their forces in Niger. But that changed with the coup. The military took over last July, and the first thing they did was expel the French. Once that was done, it was America's turn. And yesterday, that too was concluded. The US forces have packed up and gone home. They have relinquished both their military bases in Niger. There's now a security vacuum in the West African nation, which Russia is more than willing to fill. Here's our report.
This withdrawal started on May 19, 2024, and is coming to an end today with a ceremony to hand over installations in the presence of officials from both countries, marked by the departure of the last C-17 Globemaster III of the U.S. Air Force.
Niger's army chief made that announcement yesterday from Air Base 201, near the central Nigerian city of Agadez. This airbase was built by the Americans. They built it between 2016 and 2019 at a cost of over $100 million. All that American hard work and taxpayer money has now gone down the drain. Airbase 201 was built to combat terror in the Sahel. Niger is among several countries in the region that are facing a terrorist insurgency. Its neighbors, Burkina Faso and Mali, are also fighting the terrorists. Groups like the JNIM, which is affiliated with Al-Qaeda, and various offshoots of the Islamic State. Terrorists from these groups have been wreaking havoc in the Sahel for years, so the Americans built Air Base 201 to help in counter-insurgency operations.
Over the past decade, U.S. troops have trained Niger's forces and supported partner-led counterterrorism missions against Islamic State and Al-Qaeda in the region.
Airbase 201 was a drone base built to house American MQ-9 Reaper drones. These drones were used for surveillance to support the Nigerian troops on the ground. But in March, Niger decided it could do without the American support. It ended a military agreement between the two nations, calling it profoundly unfair. That is what set the American exodus in motion. And this concluded yesterday. But even though the Americans were kicked out, Niger hasn't completely shut the door.
This withdrawal does not mean the end of military cooperation between the two countries. In fact, both parties are now committed to maintaining contact and working together to define the foundations of a new military cooperation.
Niger says that military cooperation is possible in the future, but on different, better terms. We'll see if the US comes back with a better offer, but in the meantime, there's another power eager to take America's place: Russia. Moscow has been working with Niger's junta for months. In May, it sent Russian forces to allegedly train the Nigerian military. These trainers started operating out of a different airbase, Airbase 101, located near Niger's capital, Niamey. The Russian trainers are likely to make good use of Airbase 201 as well. This entire saga demonstrates the changes in West Africa. The region is moving away from the West and embracing other partners, like Russia. The US and its Western allies need to look at why. Why are they so unpopular? And why are they being replaced? Unless they can figure out the answer to that, losing a $100 million airbase may just be the beginning of their West African woes.
Across continents, one powerful news source.
Bringing you diverse perspectives on the issues that matter.
We go beyond the boundaries to give you that little extra about every sporting moment.
So thank you for making Firstpost 5 million strong. We're counting on your support, and you can trust us to bring you the news unfiltered and unvarnished.
Climate change is on our doorstep. It's time for a revolution to take root. And it starts with 1.4 billion Indians. It starts with one tree for humanity, one tree for Mother Earth, one tree for our future. Project One Tree, a News 18 network initiative.
Obviously today, the T20 World Cup Bangladesh has moved across to the West Indies. What can we expect